Friday, June 21st, 2019, Friday of the 11th week in Ordinary Time, but today we celebrate St. Aloysius Gonzaga. Also, today is the first day of summer. Happy summer! And I'd like to just take this opportunity to wish a happy name day to Father Aloysius. As you may have seen in some of these vlogs, Father Aloysius is a frequent visitor here at Blessed Sacrament and a good friend of the parish. Happy name day, Father Aloysius. You have a favorite saint?
Yes, St. Aloysius Gonzaga. St. Aloysius is the best.
Father Aloysius is a religious brother to Father Benedict, whom you know very well. They're both part of the Order of the Imitation of Christ, which is a Syro-Malankara Catholic Rite church. They are both here serving in the Latin Rite churches here to bridge the East and the West. Their order is a relatively new order, and they're preparing now to celebrate their 100th anniversary of founding.
So
it looks like one of our proclamations did its own little suicide jump off the wall. Yep, there are those little discoveries in the morning when you walk around this place. This time it was a broken proclamation. Last night we had a little staff gathering as a going away, a farewell for me. And it really started to hammer home for me that this is becoming a reality, that this impending change is pretty much upon me now, a few more days. Anytime there's a change in life, it's always difficult. As a priest, we all know that change is inevitable. At some point or another, we're going to move from one place to another. That's just the nature of the priesthood today. I think pretty much any priest would tell you that he doesn't want to leave, he doesn't want to move, he doesn't want a change, and if he does, there's a real problem. But in situations like this, I have to accept reality, and the reality is that change is going to come, and this is just the time, and so I'm looking forward to moving to my new church, the Church of the St. Joseph in Kings Park. Of course, all the experts do say, know what your strengths and your weaknesses are. And I have to admit, one of my weaknesses, I've never been able to say goodbye. It's very difficult to bid farewell. But I'm guessing anybody who is a human person would have to say the same thing. It's hard to say goodbye. Tomorrow they're going to be ordaining 6 young men in our diocese, and they're all going to receive their first assignments. When I received my first assignment to St. William the Abbot in Seaford, I was really anticipating getting there, and I loved getting there, and I really loved the parish. They always say your first parish is your first love. My first assignment was for 5 years. I stayed 5 years. It didn't dawn on me until somewhere into the 4th year, well into the 4th year, that I was going to have to say goodbye. Then there was my second parish, St. Mary's in Manhasset. Officially, I only spent 3 years there because I was sent off for studies. But it was at the end of those 3 years that I had to say farewell there as well. Again, not a fun or pleasant thing. I guess one of the blessings to saying goodbye to St. Mary's was that as I went off to study, I did maintain residence in the rectory at St. Mary's. That meant for all the breaks and even some weekends, I was able to return to the parish and still spend some time with the people that I got to know so well. I even had a year that I spent at St. Raphael's in East Meadow as a seminarian, and even after a year, it was difficult to say goodbye. But moving and changing is inevitable. It's part of the priesthood. And so yes, my heart right now is breaking, but know that I will never actually leave, I'll just move. I mean, the funny thing is, as people are saying farewell to me individually, I keep reminding them I'm not dying, I'm just moving. So yes, to say the words, farewell until we meet again, is what I'm going to be doing this weekend on a grand scale here in the parish. But I'm going to say this from the depth of my heart. I don't celebrate me, I celebrate Christ who works in me. It is Christ himself who works through me, and if it were not for him, then I am nothing. And in general, I am nothing. And since today is a Friday, I do want to acknowledge the fact that, yes, it is a penitential day, and yes, I am still a sinner. In fact, I think at the core of my priesthood, I could safely say this: I am a sinner, And the entirety of what I try to do as a priest is not only to recall my sinfulness and help people to do the same, but to do something about it, to repent, to reform, to change our lives. I think a key part of being a Catholic is that we continually examine our conscience, and not only examine our conscience and recognize the sins we've committed, but to turn to Christ for the grace to overcome those sins. That's the key right there of what it means to be a pastor and a shepherd, and what it means truly to be Christian. From day one, I have entrusted my priesthood to the Blessed Mother. There has not been yet one day where I know she hasn't walked the journey with me, and even quite a few times been a little frustrated with me. In fact, around the base of my ordination chalice, I chose the words from Our Blessed Lady's Magnificat. My soul proclaims the greatness of the Lord. For my ordination motto, I chose the Gospel of John. Simon, son of John, do you love me more than these? Feed my sheep. Now, I know a lot of times when things are memorialized in priest names, there are buildings or wings or what have you. I got the best because last night the staff gave me a memorial bird feeder. Big, huge thing that the birds are going to be able to eat out of. We're going to get it outside mounted, and those birds are going to love their new little feeder. Thank you all. It's a great gift. Love it. Today I thought it would be a nice idea to do a quick wasabi then, wasabi now thing. He's only been with us for about a month, and already he's up, he's flying, he's becoming quite the independent little parrot.
It looks like he's eating.
Well, you're eating.
Really slowly, but still eating.
In his face.
And who would you like this to be requested by?
There you go. Land on my hand. See, that's okay. We want you to learn to do it right. And yes, to all of those of you whose lives have intersected with mine these past 10 years, know that I deeply appreciate all the love and all the prayers that you have offered to me, and I will always keep you in my heart, and you will be part of my daily prayers. May God bless you. May He give you His peace. Amen.